Hi students, so in this video let us discuss about chain rule to find the derivative of a function of function model. So before going that, just have a glance at some more standard derivative formulas for inverse trigonometric functions. So all these formulas are defined within the domain of the inverse trigonometric function. For example, if you take sine inverse x derivative, this is defined only when x is between -1 to 1, but because that is the domain of this inverse trigonometric function. So all the formulas are defined within the domain of the respective inverse trigonometric functions. Now let us go to chain rule to find the derivative when we have a function of some other function. Okay, so for example, let us consider if you have f of g of x. So you want to find the derivative of this, but directly we cannot find, because for derivative of a single function you have standard formulas. For function of function you don't have. So therefore, how to find this? So what I will do is, you want a derivative of this. Directly I can't. So what I will do is, I will take g of x as some t. T is some other variable. Let us assume t is not constant. Some other variable t I am taking in place of g of x. Then this becomes dy dx of f of t. F of t means function in variable t. But function is variable t. How can we differentiate with respect to x? With respect to x, differentiation is not possible because function is in terms of t. Therefore, I will modify like this. Function is in terms of t. So therefore, I will take d by dt of f of t instead of this. But to balance this now, I will write dt by dx here. So is it balanced? See, d by dt, dt by dx. If you remove dt, you will get d by dx only anyhow. So now you can differentiate f of t with respect to t now. Differentiating of this with respect to t is possible because variable is t, we are differentiating with respect to t. We can differentiate, and the derivative of f of t with respect to t means you can simply write like f dash of t into dt by dx. What is t now? Substitute here. So f dash of, what is t? G of x into d by dx of, what is t? G of x. So this is the application of chain rule. So chain rule application, the final part you observe carefully. So when you have function of function, we have written derivative of this external function first, and after that we have written the derivative of internal function. That is the basic idea you have to actually understand. So when you have function of function, write the external function derivative, that is derivative of f, and after that internal function derivative we will write, and both will be in product only. So this is the basic rule of actually chain rule to differentiate when you have function of function. Okay, so I can extend this property continuously. I have taken only two functions here, but we can extend continuously. For example, you want dy by dx of y, which is in terms of t. Then I can write this as d by du, du by dl, dl by dx. So du you can remove, dl you can remove, d by dx only will come. So 3 times I have extended the chain. I can extend one more time. I can extend one more time and I can write this as by dt and dt by dx of y of t. Okay, so we can extend the chain any number of times. So no need of this y of t also. Directly you see d by dx you can express as d by du of du by dl of dl by dt of dt by dx. If you don't write that y of t also, no problem. So d by dx is continuously extended in a chain system like this. But the basic idea you have to understand is when you have function of function, write the external function derivative first, and after that whatever internal function is there, write the derivative of that again. Or continue that system until you get a standard formula. You continue that system. So let us see some examples. How to apply this chain rule? Let us see some examples now. So now let us take a function f of x is equal to log of log x. Log of log x means it is function of function only, no? So directly you cannot differentiate. So therefore, take like this. Take log x as t. Okay, so d by dx of f of x is required for us. So d by dx of log x means t. Now d by dx means derivative with respect to x. Variable is t. So you can't do this directly. So let us modify this as variable is t, no? So I am writing d by dt. And to balance this, that is in order to get d by dx again, I am writing dt by dx. So dt you can remove, d by dx only you will get. Now this is derivative of log t with respect to t. You can differentiate this. So what is the derivative of log t? 1 by t. Because log x derivative is 1 by x. When we are differentiating with respect to x, we know that. So log t derivative is 1 by t into dt by dx. That means d by dx of t. T means log x. D by dx of t. T means log x. So 1 by t is actually log x. And derivative of log x means 1 by x. This is direct formula only. This is standard formula which we can apply. This completes the process. So what we have done here, when you have function of function, apply the derivative for external function first. So if you apply derivative of this external function means this function, log of log x. Treat this as x, for example. Log x derivative is 1 by x, no? So 1 by log x you will get. Into internal function derivative. So log x derivative 1 by x. This is the process. Okay, so I can show you the process in a different way now. So if you have log of log x, what you do is external function you pick up. Treat this as x, for example. For some time, treat this as x. Then d by dx of f of x will be, if you are treating this as x, log x derivative is 1 by x, no? So you will get like this. If you are treating this as x, log x derivative 1 by x means 1 by log x. But this is not x, we have assumed to be x. Therefore, the whatever value we are assuming to be x, that derivative you have to write again. So into, in place of x, what you have for application of this formula? Log x, no? So into derivative of log x you have to write. So therefore 1 by log x into derivative of log x means 1 by x. This is different approach. So different approach of chain rule. Here we are using the standard process by taking the function as t and proceeding. This is direct. By understanding the mechanism, directly we are doing. Okay. So let us take one more example. Different examples you can take now. So I am taking one more example. For example, let me take f of x as sine of ax square plus bx plus c. So this is also function of function, trigonometric function of polynomial function. Function of function again you have. So derivative of f of x if you want, since this is function of function, take this internal function as t. That means you take ax square plus bx plus c as t, for example. Got this? Take ax square plus bx plus c as t. So d by dx of sine t. Variable is t. You cannot differentiate with respect to x. Therefore, what you will do is, you will modify. Variable is t. So let us modify this as d by dt of sine t. And to balance, that is to get d by dx back again, write dt by dx. So d by dt of sine t is a standard formula, variable t with respect to t. So d by dt of sine t means cos t. dt by dx means d by dx of t. What is t? Ax square plus bx plus c. So d by dx of ax square plus bx plus c means we can differentiate, because you have sum or difference of two or more functions means you can differentiate each term separately when you have sum of terms. So I can write this as cos t into derivative of ax square. When you have constant into variable, keep the constant as it is, and derivative of x square is 2x. Derivative of x square means, this is the formula we are using. Derivative of x power n is n into x power n minus 1 is the formula. Use this formula. Derivative of x square will be 2 into x power 2 minus 1, means 2x. b into x. Keep the constant as it is. Derivative of x is, use this formula, you will get 1. Next, c means it is constant, it is not a variable. So derivative of constant is 0. So this completes your differentiation process. When you have sine of ax square plus bx plus c. So this is the process in which you are going to differentiate. So let us do some more examples. Now I have one more example. This is actually previous mains 2015 question. This is g is the inverse of a function f. G is inverse of a function f. Inverse of f is given as g. So I can take this as f of g of x is equal to f of f inverse of x. What I am doing? I am taking f on both sides. A function f I am introducing. F of g of x is nothing but f circle g of x. So for composite functions also, the same chain rule we will be doing, because if you have f of g of x, it is nothing but f of f circle g of x is same as f of g of x. So for f of g of x we have discussed chain rule. The same will be applicable for f circle g of x, but is for composite functions also. The chain rule application is same, it is not different. So this is f circle g of x, or f of g of x you can leave, and f of f inverse x means f of f inverse x is x. Okay, f dash of x they have given, g dash of x is required. To get the g dash of x value, let us consider differentiating on both sides and of course with respect to x. Differentiating with respect to x. So then d by dx of f of g of x is equal to d by dx of x. So this we have already discussed how to differentiate. So d by dx of f of g of x means first we have to write external function derivative, means f dash of g of x, and after that we will write internal function derivative, that is d by dx of g of x. And d by dx of x means derivative of x is 1. Derivative of x power n formula we will be using. Okay, now, so I will cross multiply these two. Right side, d by dx of g of x, I will write as g dash of x. So g dash of x will be 1 by f dash of g of x. You will get like this. This g dash of x itself we have to find. Now you have like this. How to find this means, see, f dash of x they have given, no? So using f dash of x, you can write this. Just replace x with g of x here. You will get this value. Replace x with g of x here. Okay, then what you will get? 1 by, replace x with g of x, 1 by 1 plus g of x whole power 5. One by this value, I am replacing x with g of x, I will get like this. Now this denominator you can shift on to numerator. So you will get 1 plus g of x whole power 5. 1 plus g of x whole power 5. So this is your conclusion, and this is actually previous mains question, direct application of your chain rule. But actually I did not take g of x as t for simplification. Directly I have done external function derivative into internal function derivative is the concept of chain rule. That concept I applied directly. So let us see one more question. F of x is sine cube of under root 3x plus 4. This is also a classic example of chain rule. That means this is actually, you can write like this, no, sine of under root 3x plus 4 whole cube, both are same. So function of function model you can take, or directly you can see that you have, this is actually in the model of x power n. That is in the model of d by dx of x power n model, but instead of x you have a sine function. So here if you are taking as function of function, your external function will be this one. Because this is in the model of x power n, and in place of x you have this. So this becomes internal function of this function actually. Or directly you assume that this is x power n model, but don't take sine as the external function here when you have some index. When you have sine square, sine cube, cos square, cos cube like that, you should not take the sine function as external function. That will be wrong. So that external function must be always some variable to the power of some constant model when you have this model of function. Okay. So let us assume sine under root of 3x plus 4 as t. So therefore, when you are differentiating both sides, d by dx of f of x will be d by dx of, so this complete part is t, no? T cube. You can see clearly now. Exactly this model you are getting. When you are taking this as t, you are getting this model, means this is internal function, not external. Okay. Now, d by dx means derivative with respect to x. Variable t means you cannot do. So what variable we have here, the same I will take, and to balance I will take dt by dx also. To balance means to get d by dx. So what is d by dt of t cube? This formula you have to use. Formula 3 into t square. Next, d by dx of t. T means sine under root 3x plus 4. Again, this is not a standard form. You don't have derivative of sine x, no? Some other thing is there. Derivative of sine x means you can write the formula, but instead of x you have something else. So therefore, take 3x plus 4 as some u, for example. Then 3t square d by dx of sine u you will be getting. Now you can write this as d by du of sine u into du by dx. So 3 chains we are getting here. So 3t square d by du of sine u is a standard formula. You will get cos u, and d by dx of what is u? Under root 3x plus 4. Okay, so under root 3x plus 4 means this is root x model, but you don't have x, you have something else. Okay, so therefore this under root 3x plus 4 means root x model, but x is not there, something else is there. So 3x plus 4 you take as v. See how many chains you are getting. So 3t square cos u d by dx of root v. See now 3x plus 4 is taken as v means root v. So root v means you cannot differentiate with respect to x, no? So I will write this as d by dv of root v into dv by dx. So 3t square cos u. This is derivative of root x model. Derivative of root x is 1 by 2 root x into d by dx of v. That means 3x plus 4. This is standard formula. You can differentiate 3x plus 4 directly. The chain has stopped. Because this is a standard derivative, you can differentiate, no? Therefore, the chain is stopped there. Substitute all values. 3 t square. What is t? This one. So 3 sine square under root 3x plus 4 cos u means cos under root 3x plus 4 1 by 2 root v means 1 by 2 root v means 3x plus 4 into derivative of this. Derivative of 3 into x means 3 you write as t is derivative of x is 1 plus derivative of 4 is constant, no? 0. So this is your answer. How many chains we are getting? Actually 4 chains. And so here instead of actually doing this lengthy process, you can avoid the complete steps here. Just you have to remember, whenever you have chain rule, you have to take the external function derivative into internal function derivative. Then it will be easy. Like for example, I'll show you how to apply directly without using all these taking as t, taking as u, all these things. Directly we have to solve. See, first what I will do is f dash of x we require. So this is x power n model. X power n model, but you don't have x here, some other function is there. So apply x power n formula, and what you are assuming as x, write that derivative. Okay, so apply x power n formula. So for example, this is x means x cube, no? So x cube means 3x square. So 3 sine square under root 3x plus 4. You can write this. And after that, into what you assumed as x here, write the derivative of that. That means sine of under root 3x plus 4. This is first step. So now 3 sine square under root 3x plus 4 into derivative of this. This is sin x model, but in place of x you have something else. Sin x model. So write the derivative of sine function first, and after that, in place of x what you have, write the derivative of that. Like this you continue the chain. It will be better to do like this instead of taking t, u, v like that. So this is normal. By practice you must be able to do like this. So 3 sine square under root 3x plus 4 into cos of under root 3x plus 4 d by dx of this means this is derivative of root x model, but you don't have x, some other function is there. So derivative of root x model, so 1 by 2 root x, this is formula application, and in place of x what you have here, 3x plus 4, so write derivative of that. Here we can break the chain, because directly we can find derivative of this, we can break the chain there. So this is the process of chain rule, direct application. By practice you must be able to do like, instead of taking t, u, v like that. Okay, so whatever function you have, external function you have to take. That function derivative you write. And in place of x, that is in place of the standard formula variable, whatever you have in the internal function, write the derivative. Simple, external function derivative into internal function derivative. That is the main mechanism of chain rule. Okay.